Hello students, today we are going to study chapter number 5, Oscillations. Last year we studied about circular motion. This year we studied about rotational and a circular motion. Now let us study about oscillations. Oscillation is a very common phenomena in our day-to-day life. Rocking of a cradle, swinging of a swing, pendulum of a clock, needle of a sewing machine, vibration of a tuning fork, and vibration of a string are few common examples which we observe in our day-to-day life. The above examples represents to and fro or up and down motions which repeats after regular time intervals. The motion which repeats after regular time interval is called as periodic motion. Hence, oscillation is a periodic motion. The displacement, velocity and acceleration of such a motion can be represented by sine and cosine functions. The motion which obeys these functions is called as harmonic motion. The oscillation which can be expressed in terms of single harmonic functions like x is equals to a sin omega t or x is equals to a cos omega t is called harmonic oscillations. The oscillations which can be expressed in terms of more than one harmonic functions like x is equals to a sin omega t plus b sin 2 omega t is called non-harmonic oscillation. The simplest form of oscillatory periodic motion is called simple harmonic motion or SHM. What are the types of SHM? There are two types of SHM, linear SHM and angular SHM. The simple harmonic motion along a straight line is example of linear SHM. Angular SHM, a simple harmonic motion along the arc of a circle is called angular SHM. The examples of angular SHM are a disc rotating or when a magnet is suspended freely in the air, it performs simple harmonic motion if it is displaced from its mean position. Let us study few terms related to the linear SHM. Time period. The time taken to complete one oscillation or the time interval after which the motion repeats is called time period. It is denoted by capital T and the SI unit of time period is second. Frequency. The number of oscillations per unit time is called as frequency. Amplitude. The maximum displacement from the mean position or equilibrium position is called amplitude. Here is an example of oscillation about mean position. A pendulum which is at a rest or at equilibrium position, if you displace the pendulum from its equilibrium position, then it oscillates about its mean position. It goes to the right extremity, again come to mean position, moves to left extremity, again come to its mean position. So, in a diagram, O shows mean position while A and A dash are the extreme positions. The distance from mean position to extreme position is called as amplitude. It is denoted by capital A. Linear simple harmonic motion. The periodic motion of a body in which force or acceleration is always directed towards mean position and directly proportional to displacement from mean position. Here there are two conditions. Force is directed towards mean position. It means that force is opposite to displacement. Also, force is directly proportional to displacement. If a motion satisfies these two conditions, then it is called as linear simple harmonic motion. Here in the diagram, in the middle diagram B, the spring is at its equilibrium position. When the spring is displaced from its equilibrium position by applying a force, the spring moves towards right extremity, and if you release the spring, it will oscillate about its mean position. When you release the force, that is the applied force, by using its restoring force, the spring moves towards mean position and then moves towards extreme left extremity and again come to its mean position. Here x is equals to displacement of a mean position and F is a restoring force acting on a system. Restoring force is directly proportional to minus x by the definition of linear simple harmonic motion. Therefore, let us remove the proportionality sign by adding a constant. We will get F is equals to minus kx. Here, k is a force constant or a spring constant. The negative sign signifies that restoring force is directed opposite to the displacement, that is towards mean position. Let us find out what is the unit of k. From the above equation, F is equals to minus kx, k is equals to F upon x. Therefore, the unit of k is Newton per meter in SI system or dyne per centimeter in CGS system. Let us find out differential equation of SHM. This is a question for 2 marks which is quite oftenly asked in an examination. So let us study differential equation of SHM. F is equals to minus kx. Just now we have derived this equation. We know that F is equals to ma. So you can equate both the equation. Hence, ma is equals to minus kx. If you shift minus kx to the other side, it will become ma plus kx is equals to 0. Let us divide by m. A plus k upon m into x is equals to 0. Here, x is a displacement. Velocity v is defined as rate of change of displacement. Hence, it is v is equals to dx by dt. And acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. Hence, acceleration is equals to dv by dt, which is equals to d by dt of dx by dt. By substituting the value of v, we will get acceleration is equals to d2x by dt square. So let us substitute d2x by dt square in the equation. A plus k upon m into x is equals to 0. We will get d2x by dt square plus omega square x is equals to 0. And this is called as differential equation of SHM. Here, omega square is equals to k upon m or k is equals to m omega square. Omega is called as angular frequency of SHM. Let us study displacement, velocity, acceleration in SHM. From the linear equation of SHM, that is d2x by dt square plus omega square x is equals to 0, we get A as a d2x by dt square. A is equals to minus omega square x. At mean position, displacement is 0, hence acceleration is 0. At extreme position, the maximum displacement is plus a or minus a. If it is on right side, it is plus a. If it is on left hand side, it is obviously minus a. Hence, acceleration is equal to plus minus omega square a, where a is the amplitude. In an SHM, the acceleration is minimum at mean position and it is maximum at extreme position. So this is about acceleration. Now let us calculate velocity. We know that acceleration is equals to dv by dt and this is equals to minus omega square x. Let us do some arrangement. Let us multiply and divide by dx. dv by dx into dx by dt is equals to minus omega square x. We know that dx by dt is nothing but a v. So let us substitute v as dx by dt. So our equation becomes dv by dx into v is equals to minus omega square x. Hence, let us separate the variables of v and dx on both the sides. v dv is equals to minus omega square x dx. Let us integrate on both sides by using the formula for integration. X raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. We will get v square by 2 is equal to minus omega square, which is constant, up into x square by 2 plus c. Here c is called as constant of integration. Let us find out the value of c. Using boundary conditions, extreme position. X is equal to plus minus a at extreme position where velocity is 0. Therefore, our equation reduces to v square upon 2 is equal to minus omega square x square by 2 plus c is equals to 0 minus omega square s square by 2 plus c. From this, c is equals to omega square s square by 2. Let us substitute this equation. The equation becomes v square by 2 is equals to minus omega square x square by 2 plus omega square s square by 2. So you can cancel 2 throughout the equation, and by rearranging it, it will become v square is equal to omega square into bracket a square minus x square. Let us remove the square by taking square root. V is equals to plus minus omega square root of a square minus x square. What are the maximum and minimum values of v? So let us find out. At mean position, x is equals to 0. If you substitute x is equals to 0 in the above equation, v is equals to omega square root of a square minus a square. The equation will reduce as to v is equals to plus minus omega a. So at mean position, velocity is plus minus omega a. Let us calculate velocity at its extreme position. Extreme position when x is equals to plus minus a. So let us substitute in the equation. We will get v is equals to plus minus a square minus a square. So velocity is 0 at extreme position. It means that velocity is minimum at extreme position and it is maximum at mean position. So this is about velocity. Let us calculate displacement. The equation for velocity of SHM is v is equals to plus minus omega square root of a square minus x square. We know that v is equals to dx by dt. So let us substitute that. By separating the variables of x and t, we will get dx upon plus minus square root of a square minus x square is equals to omega dt. Here omega is constant. By using the formula for integration as dx upon plus minus a square minus x square is equals to sine inverse x upon a, we will get sine inverse x upon a is equals to omega t plus phi. Here phi is again a constant. So by shifting a sine inverse to the other side, we will get x upon a is equals to sine omega t plus phi, and hence x is equals to a sine omega t plus phi. So this is the value of displacement. X is equals to a sine omega t plus phi. At mean position, when time t is equals to 0, obviously x is equals to 0. So let us substitute in the equation of displacement. Then we will get 0 is equals to a sine phi. A cannot be equals to 0 as it is amplitude. Hence, sine phi is equals to 0. It means that phi is equals to 0 pi by 2. 0 pi 2 pi, 3 pi, etc. Hence, by substituting the value of phi, we will get x is equals to a sine omega t plus pi. X is equals to a sine omega t. So this is the equation of displacement when object starts its motion from mean position. When object starts its motion from extreme position, let us calculate the value of x. At extreme position, when t is equals to 0, x is equal to plus minus a. So let us substitute in the equation of displacement. We will get plus minus a is equals to a sine phi. So sine phi is equal to plus minus 1. We know that when sine theta is equals to plus minus 1, when phi is equals to pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, etc., phi is equals to plus minus 1. Hence, substituting the value of phi, we get x is equals to a sine omega t plus pi by 2, which is equals to x is equals to a cos omega t. Listen student, when object starts its motion from mean position, the displacement is given by the formula x is equal to a sine omega t, and when object starts its motion from extreme position, the formula for displacement is x is equals to a cos omega t. The equation of simple harmonic motion. Motion from mean position, x is equals to a sine omega t plus phi. You can derive the equation for velocity. V is equals to dx by dt. After derivation, you will get a omega cos omega t plus phi. For acceleration, one more time you have to derive the equation of velocity. So acceleration is equals to dv by dt is equals to minus a omega square sine omega t plus phi. Similarly, one can find out the equations for acceleration, velocity and displacement when object starts its motion from extreme position. So here are the equations of displacement, velocity and acceleration when object starts its motion from mean position. X is equals to a cos omega t plus phi. Velocity is equals to minus a sin omega t plus phi, and acceleration is equals to minus a omega square cos omega t plus phi. So this is about equation of simple harmonic motion. Let us study time period and frequency of a spring mass oscillating system in detail. We know that time period is defined as time taken to complete one oscillation or a vibration is called as period. For a spring mass, if m is the mass of a block, omega is the angular frequency and k is a spring constant or a force constant, then we know that k is equals to m omega square. Hence, omega square is equals to k upon m. Hence, omega is equal to square root of k upon m. Last year we studied that omega is equals to 2 pi upon t. Hence, t is equals to 2 pi by omega. If you substitute the value of omega, we will get t is equals to 2 pi square root of m upon k. Frequency. Number of oscillations per unit time is called as a frequency, and we know that frequency is a reciprocal of time period. Hence, f is equals to 1 by 2. If you substitute the value of t, you will get f as 1 upon 2 pi square root of k upon m. Remember, frequency is measured